Welcome to the Northwest Sports Fanatics YouTube channel. I am your host, Orion. I got a great show for you here today between the Seattle Mariners and the Washington Nationals. First pitch is going to be here in roughly 10 minutes after this long 2-hour rain delay. And let's cue up the music, take a look at the thumb, and let's get into the starting lineups. Happy Friday, everyone. And on the thumb, on the left, one of the best second basemen in the game, Cole Clutch Young. And on the right for the Nationals, Keibert Ruiz. Now let's get into the starting lineups here first for the visiting Seattle Mariners. Leading off for the Mariners at second base, Cole Clutch Young. Batting second, playing center field, it's J-Rod Julio Rodriguez. Batting third, playing first base, it's Nails Josh Naylor. Batting cleanup, batting fourth, left fielder Randy Arozarena. Batting fifth, playing right field, Luke Raley. Batting sixth, DHing for Seattle, the Italian stallion Dominic Canzone. Batting seventh, playing third base, Miles Mastrobuoni. Batting eighth, catching today for Seattle, Johnny Pereda. And batting ninth, playing shortstop for Seattle, Colt Emerson. And on the mound for the Mariners, our number one ace at the moment, 2-0 record, ERA of 1.33. It's our guy. It's Miller time, Bryce Miller. And now let's get into the starting lineups for the home Washington Nationals. Leading off for the Nationals, left fielder, superstar, James Wood. Batting second, playing first base for the Nats, Luis Garcia Jr. Batting third, playing third base, Curtis Mead. Batting cleanup, batting fourth, shortstop, C.J. Abrams. Batting fifth, playing right field, Dylan Cruz. Batting sixth, DHing for Washington, Dalen Lyle. Batting seventh, playing center field, Jacob Young. Batting eighth, playing second base, Jorbit Bibas. And batting ninth, catching today for the Nationals, Keibert Ruiz. And on the mound for the Washington Nationals with a 6-4 record, ERA of 4.76, it is Zach Littell. Tridents up. Let's go, Ems. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. We're going to be shooting for 100 likes, 100 on that dono train. And 5 to 15 subs. Let's get it, baby. And thankfully, we haven't had too many, rain delays. This is obviously our first one of the 2026 season. So again, last year and the year before, typically when we have a rain delay, regardless if it's 5 minutes or a couple hours, we usually don't fare very well. But again, I feel that we have a good chance to be able to kind of buck that trend here in 2026. And it's a real even matchup. The Nationals are 35-34. And obviously we're 36-34. So, right there, record-wise, 17-18 on the road. But guess what? The Nationals, they're only 12-20 at home. So there's a little bit of wiggle room. The Nats don't really play very good ball, at home. So we'll see how it all kind of plays out. It definitely is going to be a challenge, with the rain delay. But I like our chances. I love James Wood. He is definitely one of the up-and-coming superstars in this league. But besides James Wood, not really a whole lot to worry about. So, again, no disrespect to Garcia, Mead, Abrams, Cruz, Lyle, Young, Vivas and Ruiz. But again, this is a team that is definitely beatable. And again, if Bryce Miller can pitch like we all know Bryce Miller lately, this should be, a game that hopefully he gets, 7 to 10 Ks, somewhere in that general range. We end up putting up 5 runs, 7 to 10 hits. And if he gives up 2 runs or less, or 3 maximum, I think we'll have a very good chance late in this bulk game to be able to get that dub and get that victory. So, again, not really what we wanted in that last particular series, but we just got to put that behind us. And again, a 2-hour rain delay. We were supposed to start at 3:45 Pacific. Right now, it's 5:50 Pacific, and first pitch will be here in roughly 5 minutes. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. All right, get all my screens all situated here. Hope everyone is having a fantastic Friday evening. And again, I just been on standby, watching a little bit of Apple TV and a lot of the other streaming apps as I, ended up getting prepared and was ready hours before first pitch at 3:45. So I've definitely been a little antsy waiting for this game to get going, but we're finally here. And again, now we just got to be able to hopefully start fast. And we got to hope that Bryce Miller can end up getting the job done. Luis Castillo, I believe, will be on the mound tomorrow, which isn't really ideal, but he has been a little bit better as of late. And then we have Emerson Hancock on Sunday. So we have 2 of our top, guys out of the 3 games. And obviously Miller, number 1, Hancock, number 2. And then obviously Castillo is probably at this point our worst. But again, if he ends up playing well like he has in his last few starts, this could be, a series where if we end up winning the first 2 games with Miller and somehow, some way with Luis Castillo with run support, Emerson Hancock in that last game, we feel pretty good with our chances in the series. Now, obviously, we know George Kirby and Brian Wu have not been playing good on the road or recently in the last few starts. We got to get them back on track. And again, whenever you end up having a weakness and then you get it kind of fixed, then there's another problem that always seems to arise, not only for the Seattle Mariners, but every team in baseball. The bullpen is very thin right now with obviously no Cooper Criswell and now Matt Brash. But again, hopefully we can get some Jose Ferrer, some Gabe Spire, a little bit of Edward Bizardo. And again, you never know. Even with Hoppy and Nick Davila, normally, with Hoppy, he's not that good, but did pretty good yesterday. And Nick Davila looks like he might be a keeper, for someone in the pen that is AAA. Hawks in the building. What's good? 50th anniversary for the Seattle Mariners, 40 plus years on the radio for this legend and icon. So every single stream in 2026, we will dedicate to one of my favorites, not only just on the radio, but just in general, doing play-by-play. It's our guy, the legend, the icon, Rick Riz. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. And again, we are going to get into first pitch here in just a minute or 2. And again, Bryce Miller on the mound. Normally when you end up missing, a good chunk of the season and then you come in after an injury, typically you're terrible, like George Kirby and Logan Gilbert were last year. We know we missed Kirby for the first 2 to 3 months, and then we had Gilbert for a few games. He got hurt, was out for about a month and a half, and both guys were kind of terrible, for about a month. But again, Bryce Miller, after having a long injury, coming in with a 2-0 record, ERA 1.33. That's number 1 on the team. And again, hopefully we'll be able to get an electric performance by our best pitcher. Now, as we know, with Seattle, and just like every other team for the most part, you're usually going to get your best ball and your best performance at home. Now we know that Brian Wu and George Kirby haven't been able to figure out how to win on the road, but that doesn't mean that Bryce Miller, Luis Castillo, Logan Gilbert, and Emerson Hancock will do the same. And I like our chances here today. And then on the flip side for the Nationals, 6-4 record with an ERA of 4.76. Zach Littell. He's not a lefty, so that's obviously a bonus for us. We got a strong lefty lineup in here today. ERA almost at 5. So again, we just got to be able to start early, start fast. And again, besides James Wood, that's really the main individual that we got to really keep our eyes on. Not to say that Garcia Jr. and Mead, Abrams, Cruz, Lyle, Young, Bibas, and Ruiz can't make plays. Of course, they're going to have a few of those guys that will make some plays today, but hopefully we'll be able to get the job done here this Friday evening. All right, we're just getting ready to get into first pitch. Love in the building. What's good? Hawks in the building. What's good? All day in the building. What's good? 21 subs to go to 24,300. Gained another sub just moments ago. Appreciate you. Only 20 subs to go to 24,300. We broke 6.1 million views just a couple days ago and got our single highest donation on the channel, $1,500 from Odin Sun. So we definitely have been making some waves here in 2026. And again, I'm very, very appreciative of everyone watching. And again, shout out to our female audience, as well as everyone watching in the United States, Canada, Mexico, South America, Asia, and beyond. I get all the stats every single day on the stream, and it's just crazy how we went from majority in the United States, and now we're global. And again, we've got to be able to represent the Seattle Mariners at the highest level, as well as the MLB. And I'm proud to be one of those individuals on YouTube to be able to represent for all of y'all. All right, we're just about ready to get here into first pitch, so buckle up. And again, rain delays typically are terrible for us. There's no ifs, ands, or buts, but that was in 2024 and 2025. Let's buck the trend and find a way to get the job done with a 2-hour rain delay here today. First pitch to Cole Young, fouls it off. Four-seam fastball, 91 miles an hour, 0-1 count. Cole Young in the box, and Zach Littell on the mound. Let's go, Cole. 0-1 pitch. Fouled off right down the middle again. Slider 88 miles an hour. Little dribbler towards third. And out of play, 88 miles an hour with that slider there by Littell. No balls and 2 strikes to Cole Clutch Young. 0-2 pitch. Fouled off again, high and away. Four-seam fastball, 93 miles an hour there by Littell. No balls and 2 strikes to Cole Clutch Young. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. Oh, 2 pitch. Fouled off, high and inside. Four-seam fastball, 93 miles an hour. No balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and no outs. Top of the first inning, 0-0 here early between the Mariners and the Nationals. Oh, 2 pitch. Fouled off, high and away with a splitter this time around, 84 miles an hour. No balls and 2 strikes to Cole Clutch Young, who homered in his first at-bat yesterday. Hopefully that trend will continue. 0-2 pitch popped up into center field, and that is 1 up and 1 down. Right to Jacob Young, the center fielder, and that is 1 away. Next up for the Mariners, the best center fielder in the game, it's J-Rod Julio Rodriguez. On deck is Josh Naylor. First pitch to Julio, pops it up, shallow center field, and Jacob Young is there again. 2 up and 2 down. Hopefully we'll be able to be a little bit more patient and work the count. Next up is Josh Naylor. On deck will be Randy Arosarena. First pitch to Naylor, takes a strike looking right down the middle, 0-1 count. Slider 88 miles an hour there from Zach Littell. Top of the first inning, 0-0 here early between the Mariners and the Nationals. 0-1 pitch. Low and away. Good patience there by Naylor. 1 ball and 1 strike from Littell to Naylor. Obviously, getting off to a fast start would be ideal, especially here being on the road. But we do come back home after this particular series, which will be great. 1-1 pitch. And there for another strike from Littell. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Littell to Naylor. Takes a strike looking high and away with that splitter, 84 miles an hour. 1-2 pitch. Popped up and out of play in left field. Slider 90 miles an hour there from Zach Littell. 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody on and 2 out. 0-0 here early between the Mariners and the Nationals. Let's go, Nails. 1-2 pitch. Pops it up into left field and fading out of play and foul. Yeah, I do see that. Give me 1 sec here. I figured it was. There we go. There we go. Appreciate for that. And Jacob Young stays busy as that gets popped up there from Josh Naylor, 3 up and 3 down. Usually it defaults for me and I don't have to really worry about anything, but sometimes it actually resets and goes back to 0 to 5. And usually I'll have the whistle for the dono train at 100, and then I'll have everything else usually about 30. And that was sitting at, I think, like 5 or less. So thank you so much. Appreciate that. And now let's go to the bottom of the first inning and see who's up next here for the Washington Nationals. Thank you. I would have noticed it at some point, but again, appreciate it. Thank you, Angry. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. All right, next up for the Nationals, leading off, one of my favorite players that's obviously not on Seattle, left fielder superstar James Wood. Batting second in the 2-hole, first baseman Luis Garcia Jr. And batting third, playing third base today, Curtis Mead. And on the mound for the Mariners, our number 1, 2-0 record, ERA with 1.33. It is Miller time. It's Bryce Miller. And we definitely need Miller to be fantastic considering, Kirby had 10 Ks, but we lost. And obviously Wu was terrible yesterday. So everything is kind of like Stranger Things. I feel like sometimes we're in the upside down, but now at least Logan Gilbert and Luis Castillo are starting to get slowly but surely a little bit better, but obviously Miller and Hancock are at the top. And then we just have to hope that Kirby and Wu can end up joining those guys sooner than later. Power Code in the building. What's good? We have a extreme heat wave starting tomorrow morning for 3 days where we're going to have extreme temperatures into the very high 80s and high 90s and into the hundreds. So it definitely will be challenging to say the least, but hopefully everyone will stay safe. First pitch is high and away there from Bryce Miller to James Wood. 1-0 count. One 0 pitch. Beautiful pitch, low and at the knees on the corner. 1 ball and 1 strike from Bryce Miller to James Wood. Beautiful four-seam fastball, 97 miles an hour by Bryce Miller. One pitch. Low and at the knees. called ball, but should be challenged. It would get overturned for a strike, but we're not getting a challenge here from Pareda at the moment. 2 balls and 1 strike to James Wood. Is almost identical spot as that last pitch. 2-1 pitch. Low and at the knees. 4-seam fastball, 97 miles an hour. 3 balls and 1 strike to James Wood. Three-one pitch, and Wood with a hard hit ball right past Naylor and Cole Young for a single. And again, we already know, Wood is going to get his, but we just have to limit the damage, from everyone else. Nice base knock there by James Wood. Next up in the 2-hole, first baseman Luis Garcia Jr. On deck is Curtis Mead. First pitch to Garcia. Hard hit ball into right field. Luke Raley is there. And that is 1 away. Flies out to right. Down goes Garcia. Next up in the 3-hole, third baseman Curtis Mead. On deck will be in the 4-hole, shortstop CJ Abrams. Let's go, Bryce. First pitch to Mead. Nice sinker, 95 miles an hour, high and inside on the corner, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, fouled off behind the plate with the cutter, 91 miles an hour. No balls and 2 strikes from Miller to Mead. Angry with a 5er. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let's go, M's. We're at 5, 95 to go. 0-2 pitch, low and away. Knuckle curve, 84 miles an hour, just missing there by Miller. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Curtis Mead. And shout out to Team USA in the World Cup, going against Paraguay. And if anyone is watching that, also feel free to leave updates in the chat as well when the teams end up scoring. 0-2 pitch, low and away. And then obviously we got the NBA Finals with the Spurs and the Knicks tomorrow. And then the Stanley Cup with the Hurricanes up 3-2 on Vegas on Sunday. Knicks up 3-1 on the Spurs. 1-2 pitch, and Mead grounds out into the double play. Throw to first, and got him. Let's go. Let's go, baby. I like that. Nice job there by Bryce Miller. It doesn't get a glove on it, and it goes right to Cole Young. Nice throw to Josh Naylor, and that is a beautiful double play. Let's go. Love it when we can get double plays early. We normally don't bust out the Mariner Moose early, but again, we're going to need all the help that we can get. End of the first inning, 0-0, Mariners and Nationals. Now let's see if we can get on the board here in the top of the second and not look back. Leading off for the Mariners in the 4-hole, left fielder Randy Arozarena. Batting second in the 5-hole, right fielder Luke Raley. And batting third in the 6-hole, DHing for Seattle, the Italian stallion, Dominic Canzone. And on the mound for the Nationals, 6-4 record, ERA of 4.76, Zach Littell. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. Gained another sub since the last commercial break. Appreciate you. 19 subs to go to 24,300. Obviously, the next goal will be 25,000 subs. So got about 700 to go. We should hopefully hit that sooner than later. And let's see where we're at on the likes with about 150 in the room. We are at 50, so off to a good start. 50 to go to hit the first goal. Sean in the building, what's good? Team USA just scored, let's go. And Angry with a fiver, 95 to go. Hopefully Pulisic ends up having an amazing World Cup. And it's very competitive, obviously, in the World Cup. And we'll see how it all kind of plays out. First pitch to Arosarena, big swing and a miss, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, fouled off, low and away. Splitter, 84 miles an hour. No balls and 2 strikes from Littell to Randy Arosarena. And I know Paraguay is going to be overly aggressive. They're going to try to bait Team USA, and to try to get a few red cards on them and yellows. So, again, there might be some dirty plays involved in the, World Cup to try to be able to, get a little bit of an advantage and get under the skin of the opponent. But that's in every single game. And, again, Mexico and South Korea getting the job done yesterday. And hopefully Team USA will get the job done here today. 0-2 pitches, low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Randy Arosarena. Sweeper, 79 miles an hour. 1-2 pitch, high and away. Fouled off there with the sinker. Count still remains 1 ball and 2 strikes to Randy Arosarena. 1-2 pitch, hard hit ball into right field, fading foul. Slider, 88 miles an hour. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Littell to Randy Arosarena. And why are we doing a fucking interview while a game is going? If you're going to do an interview, do it when it's on the commercial break and show the game while you're doing the interview. You can hear the audio. You don't need to show the person talking, regardless if it's a manager or a player. Come on, Mariners. And usually Mariners TV is pretty good about it. Usually ESPN is the one that ends up doing dumb shit like that. Pitch fouled off again there, low and at the knees. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Randy Arosarena. Jolly with a fiver. Appreciate you. 1-0 Team USA. I love it, baby. Let's go. Appreciate you. We're at 10 on the Dono train. 90 to go. 1-2 pitch. Fouled off again. My goodness. 4 straight foul balls. And again, I know they're doing the interview here, but we can always do the interviews at a better time. I feel like baseball is almost the worst. It's like they do it at the worst possible time. 1-2 pitch, and there we go on pitch number 8. Look at that. Randy Arosarena to a single to right. My man. And again, if there's anybody that deserves to go to the All-Star game this year, it's definitely Randy Arosarena. I would like to see Julio Rodriguez there. He's earned it. And Cole Young, he definitely is the best defensive second baseman, I believe, in the game. Based on saved runs this year, I do believe Cole Young will get a gold glove in his second season. And again, I don't know if Cole will get enough votes, to make it as a backup, because I don't think he'll be getting enough votes to be a starter, because obviously Mariner fans can vote. But if we're talking about, globally and league wide, but there definitely will be 3 or 4 Mariner All-Stars, you assume. And, again, we'll see who those guys end up being. Obviously, Luke Raley's had a great season, but he's only a part-time player, and now we got Luke up. But if Luke was every day, he'd be putting up the same numbers as Schwarber and Judge and Munetaka Murakami and Ben Rice. I think that Luke would be at 20 to 25 home runs right now, maybe even more if he played every day. 1-0 pitch, high and away. 2 balls and no strikes to Luke Raley. Are they still doing this fucking interview? My God. Come on, cameraman. 2-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss with the splitter, 85 miles an hour, 2 balls and 1 strike from Littell to Raley. And again, I love being able to hear from, either Dan Wilson or the players and what they have to say about our team or injuries or whatever they want to, go about. But there's a time and a place. 2-1 pitch fouled up into left field. Oh, dropped. Yes. And James Wood, who's usually as reliable as they come in left field, and it goes right, towards kind of the, left field wall and where those fans are sitting and, maybe a little bit distracted, and that ball ends up dropping. Thank God. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Luke Raley. Yeah, keep me updated with any World Cup Team USA Paraguay updates and whatnot. Like, obviously the score, who scored and whatnot, and anything else that would be relevant, during our broadcast. Looking forward to the Knicks and the Spurs. Knicks up 3-1, but it wouldn't shock me if the Spurs come back in that series. I don't know if they'll be able to come back all the way and win it in Game 7, but, with the talent that they have, they've given away those three, obviously, games to the Knicks. And obviously, with the Hurricanes and the Vegas Golden Knights in the Stanley Cup, Hurricanes ended up going up 3-2, and that owner also owns the Blazers. So that'll be interesting to see if the Hurricanes can pull it off on the Vegas Golden Knights and hopefully bring some of that aura and swag from the NHL to the Portland Trailblazers. And looking forward to seeing the Sonics, obviously, in the NBA sooner than later as well. Pitch fouled off low and away there from Littell. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Luke Raley. I would like to see the Spurs come back. I think the Knicks is a great story, with Brunson and, obviously Cat not playing soft, for like the first time in his career and whatnot. But again, for me, I would love to see the Spurs come back and win it in 7 games. I don't know if they will, though. I mean, a lot of teams that get down 3-1 don't come back. They really needed to win that last game to go 2-2. That way, if the Knicks would have won Game 5 and they were down 3-2, then the Spurs could have won the last, 2 games, Game 6 and Game 7. But obviously, not boxing out and letting OG get that tip in, and obviously having a 29-point lead and blowing it was not ideal. And going to second and safe, Randy Arozarena with a stolen bag. I like that, baby. Nice job there by Randy Arozarena. Arcelis with a 5-er. Appreciate you. I do like the way that Jalen Brunson plays, but other than that, again, I like more players that are on San Antonio. And Wemby is a freak of nature, and again, it's the inexperience, for him as that gets popped up and goes into the front row, into the netting, and still foul as you have 2 or 3 kids chasing after that Luke Raley foul ball. But even if the Spurs, end up losing, they'll learn from this, if they don't come back and win the next 3 games. And it's a pretty good chance, that Wemby ends up winning a couple rings before his career is over. And they'll have a pretty good chance on, getting back there next year. Obviously, the Thunder should be very, very good as well. And again, there's going to be a lot of fun battles for the future between SGA and Victor Wembanyama. Pitches outside there with a slider and a nice walk there for Luke Raley. Here we go. All right, so next up is Dominic Canzone. Let's see if the Italian Stallion can get the job done here. I would love a 3-run jack from the Italian Stallion. He's been pretty hot as of late. Next up is Miles Mastrobuoni. And they decided to, keep him over Bliss because Mastrobuoni can play more positions, obviously, for the team at the moment. First pitch to Canzone from Littell. Takes a strike looking right down the middle with a slider. 0-1 count. Oh, 0-1 pitch, fouled off right down the middle. No balls and 2 strikes from Littell to Dominic Canzone. Let's go, Dom. 0-2 pitch. Hard hit ball into left field and out of play with that 4-seam fastball. And Team Italy, when we had the WBC, had Dominic Canzone and Miles Mastrobuoni. But believe it or not, if you watched, they didn't really play that much. And that was kind of disrespectful to the Mariner players. If those guys would have played more, maybe they would have went a little bit further. 0-2 pitch, hard hit ball towards first and out of play. And I get it if you don't want to play Mastrobuoni because he's kind of a role player, but he should have gotten more playing time. But it was super disrespectful that Dom wasn't starting every game for Team Italy. But again, either you recognize who has game or you don't. Even if you end up representing your country, sometimes that manager ends up making the mistake of a lifetime. 0-2 pitch, hard hit ball, deep center field, hits the wall. Let's go, let's go. That's going to score how many? Go, Randy, go. Randy's hustling like a motherfucker. Go, go, go. And safe, let's go. Both runs score. A big double, 2-run RBI, 2-0 Mariners. How dare you not play Dom? Let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. 2-0 Mariners. You talk up somebody, and you're like, you know what? Damn right I'm good. Damn right you are, Dom, and you've been one of the hottest hitters in the last couple weeks. Next up is Miles Masterboni. Let's go, Miles. Great start here for the Mariners. And again, what happens when we typically have rain delays? We suck, right? You know, whether it's 5-minute delay or 2 to 3 hours. And again, I had a good feeling that we were going to buck that trend today, you know, and this is our first rain delay all year, thankfully, for the most part, and obviously we've had rain in a few games, Tigers and a few others, these teams that are in the Midwest and the East Coast that don't have a dome or a retractable roof. It's just fucking ridiculous. But, I always get worried, when we play teams, in the Midwest and the East Coast, but we're finding a rhythm here. 1-1 pitch, hard hit ball, deep right field, and sliding grab there. And caught. Wow. And runner ends up tagging up. 3-0 Mariners. Let's go. What a start there. Great job there by Miles Masterboni. Love it. Team Italy. You either recognize what you got or you don't. Good job there. Next up is Johnny Pareda, and let's see if we can have the chef's kiss and we can keep continuing in this hot streak here. First pitch fouled off with the slider, 87 miles an hour, 0-1 count. Let's go. 0-1 pitch to Pareda, low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike from Littell to Pareda. And maybe we'll start a new trend. When we have rain delays, we'll dominate and we'll start winning games. And again, I had a really good feeling. And most of the time I have a terrible feeling when we have a rain delay. Plus, it was a 2-hour rain delay. But again, this roster is deep as hell. And again, I feel like we have, one of the best teams, if not the best team in the American League. I represent, the AL West. And we know that the Athletics and Rangers are going to be nipping at our heels. We know the Yankees and Rays are pretty good this year, as well as the Guardians and the White Sox. But again, I feel, as far as talent, top to bottom, I feel that we have the most talented team in the American League. We may not have the best record, but just wait until after the All-Star break when we can get healthy and things will be clicking on all cylinders. Pitch fouled off, high and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Littell to Pareda. And obviously we know how talented the Brewers and the Braves and the Dodgers are. Obviously they're in the National League, and there's going to be a few other teams that will be going up and down in the standings as well. But again, I really like our chances, this season to go on another deep run. And eventually we're going to play the Dodgers in the World Series. I don't know when it's going to happen, whether it's this year, next year, or a couple years down the road. And we may not win the first time that we go, but I definitely feel that we will buck the trend of being the only team to never be to a World Series. We'll end up going, I think, to 1 or 2, within the next 20 years. But when will it happen? Your guess is as good as mine. But hell, it could be as early as this season. Even with all the shit that's gone wrong for us with the injuries and things going sideways. Pitch going out of play in right field. Great souvenir for those fans. Got a few Mariner fans going after that ball. There from Johnny Pareda. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Littell to Pareda. Mike in the building, what's good? Libra in the building, what's good? Yeah, well, Jordan's going to Jordan, right? Just like Cal Raleigh will Cal Raleigh. Nice to be able to see him get another home run yesterday, and it really is starting to lock in when we could see Cal Raleigh here sooner than later within about a week or less. Pitch fouled off, high and away. 4-seam fastball, 91 miles an hour. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Littell to Pareda. And I ended up putting some aluminum foil on my windows this morning. I got scratched up by a lot of the bushes, though, and they had the thorns. But initially I put it inside, but I read that it was better to put it outside on the windows, and hopefully that'll help keep me somewhat cooler. Got the AC all working as well, so I'm very prepared for this heat wave for the next 3 days. 3-2 pitch, and a little blooper right up the middle there by Johnny Batflip Pareda, and I like that. Johnny staying hot. And a beautiful single there from Johnny. Let's go, baby. Fantastic start here by the Seattle Mariners with a 2-hour rain delay. but obviously it's not phasing us one bit. Next up is Colt Emerson. Let's see if the Phenom can keep this rally going. And things are going so bad for the Nationals, they have the whole team next to the pitcher trying to figure out how they can get these last 2 outs. And hopefully Colt will be able to keep it going here. Colt Emerson in the box. On deck is Cole Clutch Young. And again, I've been dreaming and waiting for the moment that we would have Cole and Colt playing together. And now we finally have it. And again, I do believe that, Cole will get a Gold Glove this year. He's saved the most runs out of any second baseman in the league already. And Colt obviously has some time to be able to, hone his craft. Obviously just got called up, a few weeks back, but definitely love having him in the lineup. And as well defensively. First pitch is low and away from Littell to Emerson. Slider 88 miles an hour, 1-0 count. Rebecca in the building. What's good? Trident's up. Let's go M's, baby. 2-hour rain delay. No problem. 1-0 pitch. Foul back to the National Parks Bricks. 1 ball and 1 strike from Littell to Emerson. But it would be nice to be able to buck the trend. And so that way, if we do have rain delays in the future, we don't have to just, think, oh, it's an automatic L. We can be like, oh, we can actually win these games. 1-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Sinker high and away, 91 miles an hour. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Littell to Emerson. Yeah, shiny side out. With the aluminum foil, you won't have to go through a whole, container, but you'll probably go through a quarter of it or half, depending on the size of your window. But I've never done it before, but with a heat wave like that, I got to. And a hard hit ball to deep right field. Back. Gone! Colt Emerson with a 2-run jack. 5-0 Seattle. Fuck yeah! Let's go. 5-0 Seattle. Let's go, baby. The youth movement is real. And it's just great to be able to have vets that have been on our team for 4 or 5 years. And then we get these young bucks, that are just new to the team, Young in his second year, Emerson in his rookie year. And again, 5-0 Seattle. Let's go, baby. Let's see if Cole Clutch Young can keep it going. And on deck is Julio Rodriguez. I mean, the talent on this team is, even if you look at the 2001 team that was extremely talented and almost won 120 games, as we know, but weren't, able to make it to the World Series and got knocked off by the Yankees. But if you're looking at the team in 2026, right? We're not going to get that record. We're not going to be able to match those wins, right? But if you're just looking at pure talent, I think this team is more talented than that team in 2001. And I wouldn't say that if I didn't believe it. 1-1 pitch, popped up and out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Cole Clutch Young. Top of the second inning, 5-0 Mariners. Let's fucking go. This is like the first time in fucking 2 to 3 years that we played like this after a 2-hour rain delay. But again, I had a really good feeling about today. And again, you just got to be able to believe that this team is built a little bit different. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Cole Clutch Young. Yeah, and again, we're breaking a lot of records in Oregon and Washington with this heat wave with El Nino. So again, a lot of high 80s, high 90s, triple-digit temperatures, and we usually don't get that at this time of year. 1-2 pitch, low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Littell to Young. And I'm really happy that we're not going against a left-handed pitcher today. Griffey loves it. 5-0 Seattle. Trident's up. 2-2 pitch. Hard hit ball by Young into left field. Young is there to James Wood, though. And that is 2 up and 2 down. It's going to be hard to get things past Wood in left field. He's awesome. One of my favorite players, in MLB that's not on the Seattle Mariners. Next up, in the 2-hole center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. On deck in the 3-hole first baseman, Josh Naylor. Let's go, Julio. And it looks like Littell is done. Wow. We got Littell out of the game in the second inning. Keep him in. Let him pitch 5-6 innings so we can go up 15-0. All right, so they're going to have a pitching change. What a start. And Naylor is on deck. So just a quick recap here at the top of the second inning. Dominic Canzone with a triple to center. Rosarina and Rayleigh scored 2-0 Seattle. I thought initially he had a double, but it was a triple. And then Miles Masterboni sac fly to right, scoring Canzone from third. 3-0 Mariners. And then Colt Emerson, after Johnny Pareda got on base with a single, Colt Emerson says, you know what, I want to join the party. 407 feet to center field with Pareda on board. 5-0 Mariners. And we wanted 5 runs, 7 to 10 hits, and Bryce Miller to pitch well. Well, guess what? You got it. And we're still in the second inning. Let's go. All right, Riley Cornelio coming in. Trident's up. Let's go M's, baby. Giving these Washington Nationals everything that they can handle and some. I love it. Littell is done. Riley Cornelio is now in. And hopefully he'll have a meltdown as well. First pitch to Julio Rodriguez is low and away. Slider 79 miles an hour, 1-0 count. Top of the second inning, 5-0 Mariners. Trident's up. Let's go M's. USA scored again. Let's go. Who has the goals for Team USA? Can someone type that into the chat? Obviously, we know Pulisic is amazing. He has been amazing since he's been in middle school. And again, awesome to see Team USA giving Paraguay the business, just like we're giving the Nats the business right now. 1-1 pitch, fouled off, low and away. Four-seam fastball, 94 miles an hour. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Cornelio to Julio Rodriguez. And Julio calls time. Oh, the waved off the goal? No. So we're still 1-0 at the moment then. Is it 1-0 or 2-0? Did they wave it off? 1-2 pitch, a little slow dribbler there by Julio. Should be a routine play. Throw to first, and that is out number 3. What a big inning for the Seattle Mariners. And again, we know that, Brian Wu ended up giving up a lot. But again, it doesn't take us that long to get going. And I love this team. All right, let's go to the bottom of the second inning with a 5-0 lead. But we're not satisfied. We want to add on some more. And I want to see Bryce Miller dominate the game. Let's see who's up next here for Bryce Miller. 2-0 record with an ERA of 1.33. That's number 1 on the team, obviously with less starts than everyone else because he was injured. But again, him and Hancock have been, the talk of the town. Kirby and Wu have struggled recently, and Gilbert and Castillo have gotten better with Mooney as a closer. And hopefully everyone will get on the same page sooner than later. Next up for the Nats, in the 4-hole, shortstop CJ Abrams. Batting second in the 5-hole, right fielder Dylan Cruz. And batting third in the 6-hole, DHing Dalen Lyle. Trident's up. Let's go M's, baby. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. That's what happens when you bust out the Mariner Moose early. Good things happen. And I don't know how long Riley Cornelio will last, but we will find out. Trident up. Let's go, Em. Shout out to our female audience, our new subs, as well as everyone watching in the United States, Canada, Mexico, South America, Asia, and beyond. 19 subs to go to 24,300. And we'll see how close we are to 100 likes here in a moment. First pitch, big swing and a miss. High and inside with a four-seam fastball, 95 miles an hour, 0-1 count. So the goal stands, 2-0. Let's go. 0-1 pitch, big swing and a miss. Four-seam fastball, 98 miles an hour, no balls and 2 strikes from Miller to Abrams. Team USA up 2-0, it sounds like, against Paraguay. Obviously a team that we should be able to beat. Shout out to Mexico and South Korea for getting big wins in the World Cup yesterday. 0-2 pitch from Miller. Fouled up and out of play. Tried to jam him and did. Four-seam fastball, 96 miles an hour. No balls and 2 strikes to C.J. Abrams. Where are we at on the likes all day? And we're at 15 on the dono train because of Angry, Jolly, and Arcelus. 85 to go. Callie, thank you so much. I knew someone would help me out there. I mean, obviously I can click on, obviously different social media, but I'm trying to, do my job here and call the game for you guys. Pitches low and at the knees. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Miller to Abrams. Bottom of the second inning, 5-0 Mariners. 1-2 pitch, big swing and a miss right down the middle. Beautiful. Bryce Miller, I love you. And a nice punch out there for Bryce Miller. It's Miller time. Way to bring that electricity, Bryce Miller. And honestly, we need a good pitching performance after what we've seen out of Kirby and Wu. Even though Kirby did get 10 Ks, ultimately, we lost. So, again, and we do have Emerson Hancock on Sunday, Castillo tomorrow. But again, I know it's kind of crazy to say, but I think that Castillo will pitch decent tomorrow. At least I'm hoping. And if he's able to pitch well and we can score 5 runs and get 7 to 10 hits, and we end up going up 2-0 in this series with Hancock pitching on Sunday, there might be a chance for a sweep, but we got to take it one game at a time. First pitch fouled off right down the middle by Cruz, 0-1 count. Let's go. Oh, 1 pitch, low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike from Miller to Cruz. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. And I think rain delays might have a different type of, meaning now in 2026. Maybe, rain delays are going to be our friend now instead of thinking, oh God, we lost even before the game starts. And that's kind of how it was last year. 1-1 pitch. Popped up into right. Luke Rayleigh is there, and that is 2 away. Good defense there by Luke. Down goes Dylan Cruz. Next up for the Nationals, DHing in the 6th hole, Dalen Lyle. Let's go, Bryce. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. And a hard hit ball there into right field, but foul. Four-seam fastball, 96 miles an hour there by Bryce Miller. And again, usually, when you end up seeing, individuals, that end up having an injury, and then they end up coming back to the team. Usually they're not good for a couple weeks to a month, but Bryce Miller not only came back from the injury looking amazing, some of these pitches are some of the best that he's ever had in his career. The top end velocity, the location, this is a different version of Bryce Miller that we've never seen before, which is great considering we've had a few of our pitchers with hiccups lately with Kirby and Wu. We need it. It's great that him and Hancock have taken over. 0-1 pitch, low and at the knees with a splitter, 86 miles an hour, 1 ball and 1 strike from Miller to Lyle. 1-1 pitch, low and at the knees, paints the corner beautifully there. Four-seam fastball, 97 miles an hour. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Miller to Lyle. So we got a goal that was waved off, and then we just scored again. We're just pouring it on. I love it. 1-2 pitch. And that is strike 3 looking. Let's go. Great job there by Bryce Miller. Let's go to the top of the 3rd inning and let's see if we can get a few more runs. What do you say? Next up for the Mariners, 0 for 1, first baseman. It's Nails, Josh Naylor. Batting second in the 4-hole, left fielder, Randy Arozarena. 1 for 1 with a run. And batting third, 0 for 0 with a run and a base on ball, right fielder, Luke Raley. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. We're at 15 on the Dono train, 85 to go. We got about 200 people in the room, and let's see how close we are to 100 likes. We are at 86. We're almost there. Good start. $14 to 100. $19 subs to go to 24,300. And we just hit 6.1 million views a couple days ago on the channel, which is fantastic. Also got our biggest single donation on the channel ever, $1,500 by Odin's son. And a lot of female viewership that has gone through the roof. And shout out to everyone watching in the United States, Canada, Mexico, South America, Asia, and beyond. Whether you're watching on TV, your cell phone, a computer, or a tablet, I see you, I appreciate you, and I love you. Top of the 3rd inning, 5-0 Seattle. Maybe we need to start showing the Mariner Moose within the first couple innings if this is going to happen on a regular basis. Let's go. 0-1 pitch. Naylor fouls out to third base, and that is 1 away. Riley Cornelio still in the matchup, and hopefully Naylor will get going later in the matchup. And that is 1 away. Next up in the 4-hole, left fielder Randy Arozarena. Nice job there by Meade with that catch to get Naylor. And remember earlier in the season that I mentioned that if anyone was going to hit 105 miles an hour, we knew it was going to be Mizorowski, and he did it today. So again, who knows how high, hopefully he doesn't end up having Tommy John, with that type of power. But again, just to think that someone can pitch over 102 and then can hit 103, 104, 105. I mean, that's just insanity. 1-0 pitch, big swing and a miss, high and inside, 1 ball and 1 strike to Randy Arozarena. 1-1 pitch, low and away. 2 balls and 1 strike from Cornelio to Arozarena. Two-1 pitch, fouled off, low and away with a slider, 82 miles an hour. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Cornelio to Randy Arozarena. Let them know, Callie. For all the people that are in the room, if you feel that we need to have higher numbers, you can always help, get, those numbers up for the other individuals that are in the chat. 2-2 pitch, high and away. Slider 84 miles an hour, missing there by maybe a half inch. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Cornelio to Randy Arozarena. Three-two pitch. Randy grounds out to third, and that is 2 away. Nice tussle there by Randy Arozarena as the batting helmet comes off, but he's kind of a little gimpy. Hopefully he didn't pull a hamstring, but great effort there by Randy Arozarena, but I hope he's not hurt. He's kind of walking now like he pulled his hammy. I mean, he did have a little bit of a hammy issue last season. And again, hopefully Randy's okay. But you actually see Randy running hard, for the first time in his career, and kind of comes up a little gimpy there. Kind of made a long step to go to first base. I hope Randy's okay. And now Randy's hunched over. I mean, the last thing that we need is Randy to be hurt. I mean, gosh, we have so many injuries this year. It's like as soon as we get someone back, another guy gets hurt. And now Luke Raley is on deck, but Randy's hunched over. I mean, finally we get Randy to hustle, to first base, and what happens? He gets hurt. I mean, it's fucking cruel. It's not fair. Because we always, complain, about him not hustling to his full ability, or not fielding ground balls fast enough, not throwing lasers, from left field, just throwing lobs. And now he actually really tried to run out that, throw at first and made kind of a long step to the bag. And I hope it's not a hamstring injury, but I don't know if he'll be back. He's walking a little bit better now after the trainers got to him, but I hope he didn't pull a hammy, though. First pitch from Cornelio to Randy. Big swing and a miss. 0-1 count. I mean, we already lost Donnie. Similar type of injuries, so... But hopefully Donnie will be back, Brendan Donovan, in a few weeks. But, I mean, look how long he's been out. 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Low and at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes from Cornelio to Luke Raley. Oh, 2 pitch. Incoming here from Cornelio to Raley. And I wonder who they're going to put out there in left. Maybe Rob Refsnyder. 0-2 pitch. And Raley pops it up. Shallow right field. And Cruz is there, and that is out number 3. So I assume Randy will be out for the rest of the game now. It's always one thing or another with us, but again, at least we have a deep team, so it's not going to hurt us, hopefully, as long as it's not long-term. All right, let's go to the bottom of the 3rd inning and see who's up next here for the Nats. Next up for the Nationals in the 7-hole, center fielder Jacob Young. Batting second in the 8-hole, second baseman Jorbit Vivas. And batting third in the 9-hole, catcher Keibert Ruiz. Trident's up. Let's go, Ems. $19 subs to go to 24,300. Obviously, next goal will be 25,000 subs. And let's see where we're at on the likes. And they're going to move Robles out there into left field. Let's see how Victor does in left. And we're at 94 likes. We're almost there. If we can get 6 people to hit that like button out of the 189, we'll be at 100. So Randy is done, and hopefully it's not a long-term injury. All right, so Rayleigh goes to left, and then Robles will stay in right. Oh, 1 pitch, fouled off, low and at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes from Miller to Young. So we're up 5-0, but Randy tweaked his hammy, so he's out for the game. But hopefully we don't have Randy out for weeks or a month or, longer like we had with Donnie. I mean, like I said, we have a pretty deep squad, but Randy has been fantastic for us. He's been the most consistent player from the beginning of the season till now, and now he finally got an injury, and it seems like everyone on the Mariners is getting hurt at some point or another. But, we do have JP and Cal, more than likely going to be back within about a week or less. And then we're still waiting on Brandon Donovan, who may still be another month out, but who knows? We'll see. As long as we get some guys to come back, while other guys get hurt, and as long as it's not season ending, we'll be fine. 0-2 pitch. Dribbles it towards third base and foul there by Young. Sweeper, 84 miles an hour. No balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and no outs. 0-2 pitch. And that is strike 3. Let's go. Nice job there by Bryce Miller. And that is 1 away. Miller wheeling and dealing. Nice splitter there by Bryce Miller. Next up in the 8-hole, second baseman, Jorbit Bibas. 2.1 innings pitched, 1 hit, 3 Ks, no walks, 26 pitches, 19 strikes, ERA of 1.23. Is that good? Of course it is. First pitch from Miller to Bibas. 4-seam fastball, 96 miles an hour, low and at the knees, 1-0 count. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. Team USA 3-0. Let's go. 1-0 pitch, low and at the knees. 2 balls and no strikes from Miller to Bibas. Who scored goal number 3 for Team USA? I'm hoping Pulisic will end up getting a goal before it's all said and done. Bottom of the 3rd inning, 5-0 Mariners. 2-0 pitch, high and inside. 4-seam fastball, 95 miles an hour missing. 3 balls and no strikes with nobody on and 1 out. Bottom of the 3rd, 5-0 Seattle. Well, Randy Arozarena left with a hammy. So, they got Victor Robles in right, and they moved Luke from right field to left field. So we got Luke Rayleigh in left, Julio in center, and Robles playing his normal position in right. So, and we'll see how good Luke will do in left field. We saw Rev Snyder play left for the first time and actually do a pretty good job out there. So it's nice to know, that we have plenty of depth if there is an injury here or there. 3-1 pitch, fouled off there by Bibas. Crushes that down into right field on the upper second deck. Good souvenir for that fan out there. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and 1 out. Bottom of the 3rd, 5-0 Seattle. Really? He's on fire. Wow. Scoring goal number 2 and goal number 3. After Paraguay ended up giving us a freebie on goal number 1, huh? Let's go. 3-2 pitch. And Bibas lines out to second. And that is 2 away. Great job by Cole Clutch Young. He's going to get a gold glove this year, and again, he's saved the most runs out of any second baseman in baseball. Incredible player. Next up in the 9-hole, catcher Keibert Ruiz. Bryce Miller wheeling and dealing, playing great, and he got a 5-0 lead. That always helps as well. 2 up and 2 down. And Ruiz with a deep hit ball in right field. Victor Robles all the way to the wall. And wow! What a big catch there by Victor Robles. Great job there by Victor with the defense there in right field, jumping up. Obviously, the wall is really high out there, so it wouldn't have been a homer, but, you know, it could have ended up being a double or triple. Great job there by Victor Robles. End of the third inning, 5-0 Mariners. All right, let's see who's up next here for Seattle, and let's see if we can add on a few more. Next up, 1-for-1 with a run, 2 RBIs, DHing the Italian stallion, Dominic Canzone. Let's go, Dom. He's been one of the hottest hitters in baseball the last few weeks. Batting second, 0-for-0 with an RBI, who's been playing great since he replaced Ryan Bliss. Third baseman, Miles Mastrobuoni. And batting third, 1-for-1 with a run, another guy that's been playing great, catcher Johnny Batflip Pareda. Tridents up. Let's go, M's. 50th anniversary for the Mariners, 40-plus years on the radio for this legend and icon, and every single stream will dedicate it to this legend, Rick Riz. Tridents up. Let's go, M's. We're at 15 on the Dono train, 85 to go. And we should be at 100 likes by now with 202 in the room. Where are we at? 103. Thank you so much. $97 to $200. I love it, man. 2-hour rain delay, no problem. Team USA is up 3-0 on Paraguay. I mean, this Friday night for me is fantastic. Now, obviously, having a 2-hour rain delay normally, you know, when the Mariners have a rain delay, we lose. And, you know, I think we were like, you know, close to 0-8, you know, last season. In the previous year, you know, we were like 0-6, 0-7. So, you know, to finally play, you know, good baseball with a 2-hour rain delay, thunderstorm, you know, kind of situation here in DC, found a way to get the job done, and I love it. Shows you how deep this team really is. First pitch to Dom, big swing and a miss. 0-1 count. Riley Cornelio on the mound. Dominic Canzone in the box. 2-run triple in the second inning with a run. What a G. 0-1 pitch. Low and at the knees with a slider. 82 miles an hour, 1 ball and 1 strike to Dominic Canzone. 1-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Dominic Canzone. Riley Cornelio on the mound. Canzone in the box. Let's go, Dom. Great to see Luke Raley and Dom, you know, really take their games to the next level. 1-2 pitch, low and at the knees again with a slider, 83 miles an hour, 2 balls and 2 strikes to Dominic Canzone. And again, there is going to be a big heat wave in Oregon and Washington, so make sure you plan accordingly these next 3 days. 2-2 pitch, and Canzone flies out to left. James Wood is there, and, you know, anytime, you know, something comes to James Wood, he'll gobble it up. It's gone, and that is 1 away. Got to try to avoid hitting to James Wood if possible. Really good player. Next up, third baseman that was also on Team Italy with Dominic Canzone, Miles Mastrobuoni. And Mastrobuoni has actually looked really good. You know, Bliss helped us win those first 2 games against the O's, and Mastrobuoni has actually been productive and a little bit more valuable than Bliss because he can play more positions. You know, with Bliss, you know, probably shortstop and second, but for Mastrobuoni, you know, he can do a little bit of everything. So, I mean, kind of like a Dylan Moore, but you know, more talented. 0-1 pitch, high and away, and obviously we know Dylan could play many positions, but not really play them well. You know, we should have probably let him go a little earlier last year, but it's just nice to be able to have the flexibility for certain guys that can play 3 or 4 positions. 1-1 pitch, takes a strike looking high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Miles Mastrobuoni. Let's go, Miles. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. I'm so proud of him, man. I mean, the guy is, was kind of like myself, was getting close to that 300-pound mark, and now he's dedicated his life to, running and being healthy. And a line drive hit there by Master Boney that goes into left field, and Miles is going for 2 and out. Miles should have just kept that single, and I know he was trying to be aggressive there, but you got to be able to know when to go and when not. And that would have been a beautiful single for Master Boney, but he tried to, get 2 out of it and got thrown out, and that is 2 away. Next time, just take the single, Miles. We're up 5-0. It's not like the game is 0-0 and we desperately need a runner at second to be in scoring position. Just take the win. Base running hasn't really been, that good for Seattle this year. Next up is Johnny Batflip Pareda. But I know Miles will learn from his mistake and he won't do that again in this game. First pitch is high and inside. 1-0 count to Johnny Batflip Pareda. On deck is Colt Emerson. But to be able to see Brooks, running, mini marathons and losing 100 pounds and, committing himself to being sober and making music and, doing the things that he loves and being in shape. It just makes me really proud, to see someone turn their life around because, both of us partied a lot and we're both overweight and, it didn't really take care of our bodies the way that we should have. And it's just great to be able to see your friends turn their life around in a positive way. Shout out to my boy Brooks. 2-1 pitch to Pareda. Takes a strike on the corner, low and away. Looked a little outside if you ask me. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Johnny Pareda. 2-2 pitch, and down goes Johnny, and that is out number 3. Pareda strikes out swinging, high and away. And let's go to the bottom of the 4th inning and see who's up next year for the Nats. Next up for the Nationals, 1-for-1 with a single, left fielder James Wood. Batting second in the 2-hole, 0-for-1, first baseman Luis Garcia Jr. And batting third, 0-for-1 in the 3-hole, third baseman Curtis Mead. Trident's up. Let's go M's. Bryce Miller with a 1-hitter so far. All right, Bryce Miller, 3 innings pitched, 1 hit, no earned runs, key stat, no walks, 3 Ks, 33 pitches, 23 strikes with a 1.20 ERA. Let's go. Great job, Bryce Miller. Great job offense. The only negative thing is that Randy Arozarena left the game with a hammy. But other than that, everything has been going fantastic. Trident's up. Let's go M's. 19 subs to go to 24,300. We're at 15 on the Dono train, 85 to go. Make sure you end up voting for your favorite Mariners in the ballot for the All-Star game. And we're at 110 likes, 90 to go to 200. First pitch to Wood is high and inside with a 4-seam fastball, 95 miles an hour, 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Cutter, 88 miles an hour. 1 ball and 1 strike to James Wood. And if you're watching the game on Mariners TV, James Wood looks like he's 7 foot. He's 6'6", but in the box, I mean, you don't really see guys that tall. His legs just, it's just crazy to look at him in the box. I mean, he looks just like a monster there. Definitely looks taller than 6'6", but obviously 6'6" for a baseball player is incredibly tall. But we've had guys like Randy Johnson that were like 6'10", 6'11", so we know what tall is. 2-1 pitch. Low and at the knees. 3 balls and 1 strike to James Wood. 3-1 pitch. And Wood crushes it into right field, and it's gone. Upper deck home run there by James Wood. And again, like I said at the beginning of the broadcast, you got to make sure that you limit the damage to everyone else. Wood is going to get his and ends up getting a home run there on Bryce. But hopefully that'll be the only home run he gives up. And Wood is a superstar. So again, it happens. It's not ideal. But again, at least it was only a solo dinger. Nice homer there by Wood. Next up is Luis Garcia Jr. On deck is Curtis Mead. And again, obviously, when you are 6'6" and you have those legs and you have a beautiful swing like he does, Wood is going to end up getting those homers, not just on the Mariners, but everyone in the league. And obviously that guy there in the second deck in the front row gets that ball, and that'll be a great souvenir for that Nat fan. And I don't think this will faze Bryce Miller one bit. We all know how good James Wood is. So, hey, it's like Julio hitting a home run. Okay, you got one. Let's move on. We'll be fine. First pitch from Miller to Garcia. Takes a strike looking with a cutter. Right down the middle, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch. Shallow center field. Julio is there. And that is 1 away. Appreciate that, TJ. Julio Rodriguez with the beautiful catch there in center. No fly zone in full effect. Next up is Curtis Mead, who is 0 for 1. All right, Bryce, settle down and settle in. And again, he's been our best pitcher besides Emerson Hancock as of late. And we have Hancock on Sunday, Castillo tomorrow. But again, if we can get some offense like this, hell, even Castillo might be able to get us a win tomorrow. That goes out of play with the cutter. 0-1 count. Flies out into right field into the crowd. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. Bottom of the 4th inning, 5-1 Seattle. 0-1 pitch. Takes a strike looking right down the middle with a sinker, 96 miles an hour. No balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and 1 out. Bottom of the 4th inning, 5-1 Seattle. Trident's up. (0-2) pitch. Low and away with a sweeper, 85 miles an hour. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Curtis Mead. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. (1-2) pitch. High and away with a 4-seam fastball. 96 miles an hour. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Curtis Mead. Let's go, Bryce. (2-2) pitch. Fouled off towards third. Splitter, 85 miles an hour. 2 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and 1 out. Bottom of the 4th inning, 5-1 Mariners. And I believe, is Team USA still up 3-0? Jimbo in the building. What's good? Tri-Cities in the building. Little dribbler there towards third. Masterboni, throw to first. Kind of a wild throw. Naylor falls down like Pete Alonso did on the Orioles, but ends up getting the out. Nice athleticism by Naylor, and that is 2 away. Baisley's in the room here as well. He's enjoying the Mariner action, wanting to be close to Dad. Next up is CJ Abrams. First pitch from Miller to Abrams is low and at the knees with a slider, 88 miles an hour, 1-0 count. Miller has pitched to Jem. He just gave up a solo dinger to Wood, but other than that, he's been incredible. Abrams in the box. 1-0 pitch, fouled off, out of play, four-seam fastball, 97 miles an hour. 1 ball and 1 strike to CJ Abrams. One pitch, big swing and a miss. Nasty splitter by Miller. And I'm just so happy that Miller and Hancock have been so good this year, considering Wu and Kirby are struggling right now. Castillo and Gilbert are getting better. Mooney's slightly getting better. So, when one guy gets hurt or when one guy gets a little sideways, it's nice to know others are getting better. And then Randy ended up having the hamstring when he was actually trying to run hard to run out a hit at first base. And lo and behold, Randy actually tries for the first time to run hard to first. And what happens? He injures his hamstring. Hopefully he won't be out for an extended period of time, but it might end up being that. But, hopefully he'll be okay. Pitch fouled off there, high and inside by CJ Abrams. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Miller to Abrams. 1-2 pitch, low and at the knees. 2 balls and 2 strikes to CJ Abrams. Slider 90 miles an hour, missing there by a few inches. 2 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th inning, 5-1 Mariners. Trident's up. 2-2 pitch, a little slow dribbler. Naylor is there, and he ends up running and toe tapping on the bag, and that is out number 3. Good defense there by Seattle. All right, let's go to the top of the 5th inning and see who's up next for the Mariners. Next up for the Mariners, 1 for 1 with a run, 2 RBIs, and a big home run, shortstop Colt Emerson. Batting second, 0 for 2, second baseman Cole Clutch Young. Let's go, Cole. Let's get a hit. And batting third, the best center fielder in the game, 0 for 2, it's J-Rod, Julio Rodriguez. Trident's up. Let's go, Ems. Gained another sub since the last commercial break. Appreciate you. 18 subs to go to 24,300. We're at 15 on the Dono train. 85 to go. And let's see where we're at on the likes, how close we are to 200. We're at 117. 83 to go. If you just need a quick recap into the game, Dominic Canzone got a triple, scored a Rosarina and Rayleigh in the second inning, 2-0 Mariners. Then Miles Mastroboni got a sac fly, scoring Canzone, 3-0 Mariners. Colt Emerson ended up getting a 2-run jack with Pareda on board, 5-0 Mariners. And then just about 5 minutes ago, James Wood, the phenom 6'6" left fielder, had a solo shot into right field into the second deck, 416 feet, and the score is 5-1 Seattle. So Wood is going to get his, but as long as everyone else doesn't, we'll be just fine. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. Cornelio on the mound. Colt Emerson in the box, taking a strike on the first pitch. 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss with a slider, 82 miles an hour, right down the middle of the Colt, who homered in his first at-bat. No balls and 2 strikes to Colt Emerson. 0-2 pitch. Low and at the knees. Good take there by Colt. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Cornelio to Emerson. Little dribbler towards first base. Flip back to the pitcher, and that is 1 away. Next up is Cole Clutch Young. On deck is Julio Rodriguez. Let's go. First pitch to Young, line drive, and nice base knock there for Cole Young. And again, started off 0 for 2. Nice job there by Cole. I love the youth movement. And obviously he's going to get a Gold Glove this year. One of the best second basemen defensively, if not the best second baseman defensively in the entire league. And he's only in his second year. Batting second, 0 for 2. Time to get your first hit of the game. Julio Rodriguez. On deck is Josh Naylor. First pitch to Julio is high and inside, 1-0 count. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. Real recognizes real, baby. First pitch is high and inside, 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss, low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike from Cornelio to Rodriguez. Julio number 1 with RBIs, Randy number 2, Luke number 3. But there was a point when Luke was number 1 in home runs and RBIs. But again, great to be able to see the team effort by the Mariners this season. Next man up. Someone gets injured, you got to be able to fill that spot, and the Mariners have done that beautifully this year. And we know we've had a lot of injuries this year. More injuries than I can remember ever. I've been watching this team for like 40 years, and I've never seen this many injuries in the first half of a Mariners season, with really key contributors. But again, it hasn't ruined us, thankfully, and we have a lot of depth, and I still think we're going to make a deep run, and who knows, maybe we make the World Series this year. We're definitely one of the most talented teams in the American League. There's no doubt about that. Yankees and the Rays and the Guardians and the White Sox are good, and we know the Rangers and Athletics will, give us a run for our money in the AL West. But if you're just looking at talent alone, not record, but just talent, I think by far we have the most talent in the American League. Even though there's a few other teams like the Yankees that are right there with us. And then obviously the Dodgers, the Brewers, the Braves, they're fantastic this year. And there's a few others in the National League that are good, but we'll see how it all plays out. Time is called. Let them know, Chris. Right ends up. Let's go M's. Top of the 5th inning, 5-1 Mariners after a 2-hour rain delay, And it's definitely nice to be able to see us play well for maybe the first time in 3 years after a rain delay. 1-2 pitch, low and away. Slider 84 miles an hour, missing there by Cornelio. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Julio Rodriguez. Two pitch, high and inside. I love this version of Julio Rodriguez. It's like we always knew, that he's an all-star player in the second half of the season. And it took him 5 years to finally figure it out, how to hit and be patient in the first half of the season. But hopefully this will be a trend for the rest of his career. And if it is, you may see him in the Hall of Fame one day. Julio Rodriguez. 3-2 pitch. And takes a walk. Beautiful. Gets away from the catcher there. And Young into second. Love seeing the patience and the growth and the maturity out of Julio Rodriguez. We already know he's the best defensive center fielder in the game, but on top of that, what he can do with the bat. Great job, Julio. Next up is Josh Naylor, and then filling in for Randy Arozarena will be Victor Robles. First pitch to Naylor, pops him up. Should be a routine play here for the infield, and that is 2 away. Abrams is there. Next up is Victor Robles. On deck is Luke Raley. Let's go, Victor. Rangers lost today. I love that. Anytime the Athletics and Rangers lose, hell, even the Angels, and the Astros, definitely is great. Throw to first. And Julio is safe. Yeah, let me know any updates, with any of the games that are going on within the division or important things that are going on, as well as Team USA and how they're doing against Paraguay. I assume they're up 3-0 still. Nobody has mentioned anything in the chat, so. One 0 pitch, high and away. We know that Yordan Alvarez had himself a game so far today, and Mizorowski ended up killing it today as well. If anyone can throw 100 to 105, we knew it was going to be him. 2 balls and no strikes from Cornelio to Victor Robles. All right, we're still up 3-0. Okay. 2-0 pitch, high and away. Good take here by Victor Robles. I love the patience. 3 balls and no strikes from Cornelio to Robles. I mean, we haven't really had any big things that have happened to us that are negative besides Randy hustling to first and pulling his hammy, and maybe Miles Mastroboni trying to stretch a single into a double and getting thrown out. But other than that, and then the Wood home run, but we're up 5-1. So, I mean, obviously nothing to be complaining about, especially we're playing well for the first time in 3 years and a 2-hour rain delay. So we're excited right now. And that ends up being a walk to Victor Robles on 4 straight balls. Cornelio having a meltdown. Now the whole team surrounding him. See if we have a pitching change here or just some strategy. And next up is Luke Raley. And again, what if we end up getting a mustard and rye bread moment and we get a grand salami out of Luke Raley? Jackson Holiday ended up doing it to us. Hey, maybe it's time for Luke Raley for a grand salami so we can go up 9-1, huh? Let's go. And on deck is Dominic Canzone, who had a triple earlier in the game, scoring 2 runs. I love this team so much, man. Like, I've been waiting so long, for this team and, to come together, with Cole Young and Colt Emerson. And obviously in the future, we'll have Cade Anderson and Ryan Sloan, a lefty and a righty, Laz Montez, obviously in right field at one point or another, but really want Cade Anderson on this team. And that will really be huge for us when he ends up getting called up this year. First pitch is high and inside to Luke Raley, 1-0 count. And Luke does have a grand slam already this season, so see if he can do it again. 4-seam fastball, 95 miles an hour there by Cornelio. 1 ball and no strikes to Luke Raley. Top of the 5th, bases loaded with 2 outs. And we've been really good with 2 outs the last 3 weeks. 1-0 pitch, big swing and a miss. Luke was going for the moon. Just a little bit behind that pitch. 1 ball and 1 strike to Luke Raley. Riley Cornelio on the mound, Luke Raley in the bottom. 1-1 pitch. Low and into the dirt. And yes! Runner comes home off the wild pitch, safe. Cole Young, my boy. 6-1 Mariners. I love it. Let's go. We'll take a wild pitch any day of the week. Young scores off the wild pitch. Robles to second. Rodriguez to third. Two-one pitch, high and away. 4-seam fastball, 94 miles an hour to Luke Raley. 3 balls and 1 strike from Cornelio to Raley. We have runners at second and third now with 2 outs. Come on now, let's go. Let's see if we can pour on a couple more ribbies here. No grand slam, but I mean, we'll take a wild pitch though. Raley, hard hit ball, and it drops into right field. That'll score 2. Go, 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 go. 2 more come in. Hey, we don't need a grand salami, but we're getting the results anyways. And there we go. Luke Raley with a 2-run RBI single. And look at that. 8-1 Mariners. Woo! Let's go, baby. I mean, grand slam would have been amazing, But again, we're getting the same type of results just within a couple at-bats. Let's go. Next up is Dominic Canzone. And a hard hit ball by Canzone into shallow center field. And that is out number 3, but not after. We end up getting 3 runs. I mean, we didn't get the grand salami for 4, but I don't think anyone's going to complain with getting 3. And again, now we got an 8-1 lead with Bryce Miller dominating the game. Yeah, he gave up a home run to James Wood, but guess what? A lot of people give up home runs to a guy that's fucking 6'6", that's really talented. So again, I think that we're completely fine. And again, we're normally terrible with rain delays. Like if you go back in the last 2 years, we might be like 0-16 in rain delays. So finally to be able to play good and dominate in a game with a 2-hour rain delay. Team USA is dominating. The Mariners are dominating. This is a perfect Friday to me. Maybe one of the best Fridays I've had in a long time. Let's go. Great job. Fridays up. Let's go, M's. Go to the bottom of the 5th and see who's up next here for the Nats. Next up for the Nationals, 0-for-1 right fielder Dylan Cruz. Batting second, 0-for-1 with a K, DHing Dalen Lyle. And batting third, 0-for-1 with a K, center fielder Jacob Young. Trident's up. Let's fucking go, M's. And if you're just tuning in, Young scored on a wild pitch from Cornelio. And then right after that, what happens? Luke Raley, big single to right, scoring Julio and Victor Robles. And we know how fast Julio and Robles are. 8-1 Mariners. Let's fucking go. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. Rick Riz is loving it. 18 subs to go to 24,300. Gained another sub since the last commercial break. Appreciate you. 17 subs to go to 24,300. We're at 15 on the Dono train. 85 to go. See if we get a few more to hop on that Dono train with the performance that we're doing here today. And we're at 128 likes. $72 to $200, baby. Let's go. First pitch for Bryce Miller to Dylan Cruz. Fouls that one off. Four-seam fastball, 95 miles an hour, right down the middle. 0-1 count. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. And we dedicate every stream this season to the legend and icon Rick Riz, who is retiring after 40 plus years on the radio, and it is our 50th anniversary, just like the Seahawks had last season. We know what happened with them winning the Super Bowl. Goosh with a 20. First dono to the channel ever. Appreciate you. That puts us at 35, 65 to go. Goosh. Appreciate you. 1-1 pitch fouled off right down the middle with a four-seam fastball. 96 miles an hour there by Bryce Miller. 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody on and no outs. Bottom of the 5th inning. 8-1 Mariners. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. Let's go. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. 1-2 pitch. And Cruz pops up. Shallow left. Rayleigh is there, and that is 1 away. Shout out to Angry. Shout out to Jolly. Shout out to Arstelis. And Goosh, baby. Next up in the 6th hole, DHing Dalen Lyle. Let's go, baby. Bryce Miller pitching a gem, and that's exactly what we needed. You know, after poor performances by Kirby and Wu, even though Kirby did get to 10 Ks, but we didn't win. Lyle pops up. Emerson is there. And that is 2 away. Nice job, Colt. Great to see these young guns and Colt Emerson and Cole Young, you know, that can play great offense and great defense. You know, so it's not just Julio Rodriguez anymore. You know, now we have, 3 guys, and 2 of them are extremely young, you know, that are very, very talented on offense and defense. You know, and even, a few other guys can be in that category as well. But the youth movement is real. First pitch to Jacob Young, takes a strike looking right down the middle, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, low and at the knees with a sinker, 96 miles an hour. 1 ball and 1 strike to Jacob Young. Young in the box, Bryce Miller. It's Miller time on the mound. Yeah, I mean, this might be our first win on a rain delay in like 3 fucking years, but we'll take it. 1-1 pitch, low and away, 4-seam fastball, 92 miles an hour, 2 balls and 1 strike from Miller to Young. But I mean, it was just a matter of time before we fucking played well on a rain delay. I mean, you can't just go 0 for 40, in like 4 or 5 years. I mean, at some point, something's got to give, right? Where the bats heat up and you have a good pitcher on the mound and it all kind of blends together and works out. And yeah, it might have taken us 3 years to finally win a game, on a rain delay, but here we are. 2-1 pitch, fouled off into right field, out of play. 4-seam fastball, 96 miles an hour. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Miller to Young. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. Let's get to double digits and beyond, baby. 2-2 pitch. And that is strike 3 looking. Woo! Beautiful splitter. The Mariner Moose was out. That might be a new trend, and we busted him out early and it gave us good luck. Bryce Miller wheeling and dealing with another punch out there. I love it, baby. 4 Ks for Bryce Miller, 1.42 ERA. Let's go to the top of the 6th inning, and Mariners are in firm control. Bryce Miller, 5 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 0 walks, which is always a key stat, right? 4 Ks, 62 pitches, 42 strikes, ERA of 1.41. I'm just really happy that we have Miller and Hancock on the team, considering Wu and Kirby have struggled, and even Gilbert and Castillo have gotten better. And Mooney, last time we saw him, he actually got a save. He didn't blow a save. So, certain guys are getting better, and normally guys that are at the top, Kirby and Wu have struggled recently, but I know eventually they'll turn it around. All right, let's see who's up next in the top of the 6th, and let's see if we can get a few more runs. Next up for the Mariners, 1 for 1 with an RBI, who's played great since making his debut off the 60-day injured list. Third baseman, Miles Mastrobuoni. Batting second, 1 for 2 with a run and a K in the 8-hole, catcher Johnny Batflip Pareda. And batting third, 1 for 2 with a run and 2 RBIs, shortstop Colt Emerson. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. Gained another sub since the last commercial break. 16 subs to go to 24,300. We're at 35 on the Dono train, 65 to go. Now let's see where we're at on the likes with almost 250 in the room. We're at 131. $69 to 200. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. First pitch to Mastrobuoni is a strike, 0-1 count. Takes a strike looking low and away. Riley Cornelio on the mound still. Miles Mastrobuoni in the box. 0-1 pitch. Low and inside at the knees. Good take there by Miles. Slider 83 miles an hour. 1 ball and 1 strike to Miles Mastrobuoni. One pitch, low and at the knees. Good take, slider 82 miles an hour, 2 balls and 1 strike to Miles Mastrobuoni. Appreciate that, Logan. I figured someone would give me an update, but I assumed that it was still 3-0. Otherwise, people would have commented. So 2-1 pitch. Mastrobuoni pops it up into shallow right. And that is 1 away. Paraguay playing desperate and dirty, I figured. Next up is Johnny Batflip Pareda. And he won't bat flip just on home runs. He'll do them on singles and doubles. And I got no problem with it. batting just under 300, 293. 2 homers and 4 ribbies. He's been great in the box, and he's actually been pretty damn good calling games with Cal being out. And I think we found our new future backup catcher if we decide to move on from Garver after this year. He's much better than Mitch. But with that being said, Mitch has had some moments to help us win, but nice to be able to have options. 0-1 pitch, big swing and a miss, low and away. No balls and 2 strikes from Cornelio to Pareda. And, we signed Kisner in the offseason and let him go, but I definitely like what I see out of Pareda. 0-2 pitch, fouls it off towards third base and out of play. Slider 84 miles an hour. No balls and 2 strikes from Cornelio to Johnny Pareda. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. Top of the 6th inning, it's all Mariners, 8-1 over the Nationals. 0-2 pitch, popped him up, and that goes behind the plate, out of play. No balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and 1 out. Top of the 6th inning, 8-1 Seattle. Right hands up, let's go M's. Heat wave is incoming starting tomorrow morning for the next 3 days. Going to be in the high 80s, high 90s, even triple digits in some places in Oregon and Washington. I'll have to be waking up really early on Sunday, probably 5, 6 a.m. for the first walk with Paisley and another one at like 8 a.m. because by 9, it'll be over 80, at least here. So, and then we do have an early game on Sunday at like 10:30. So to have to do 2 walks, before 9 a.m. will be challenging, but I know I'll be able to get it done. Pitch fouled off, high and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Johnny Pareda. Riley Cornelio on the mound. Johnny bat flip Pareda in the box. 2-2 pitch. Tries to jam him and does. Hard hit ball towards third and foul. Slider 83 miles an hour. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Johnny Pareda. Paraguay just scored. I figured that they were going to score at some point. I didn't think that we were going to shut them out 3-0, 4-0, 5-0. So, how much time is left in the game? Pitch fouled up and going into the Mariners dugout and into the front row. Mariners fan ends up getting that ball. Nice. Yeah, I've been a fan for almost 40 years. I may look young, but I've been watching since the mid-'80s, around 85. So always great to be able to have, fans of the Mariners, especially longtime fans, whether it be fans from the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, or in the Ichiro era and beyond. Welcome to the channel and appreciate you and your support to the NWSF, the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Pitch fouled off on pitch number 10 by Johnny Batflip Pareda. 5 sliders, 2 four-seam fastballs, and then 3 more sliders here by Cornelio. 2-2 pitch, popped up again. Wow, Johnny is really working this at-bat. That was pitch number 11. 5 consecutive foul balls by Johnny Pareda. 17 minutes, not including extra time. Thank you for the update. Time is called. Now, I met King Griffey Jr. when I was 7, in first grade, and I met King Griffey Sr. as well. Got photos with them, autographs with them, and it definitely changed my life, and it almost feels like it was yesterday, and I'm 44 now. So to be able to meet King Griffey Jr. in his rookie year in '89 and know that he's going to be a Hall of Famer and a legend and an icon, was something really special and a great memory for me and my dad together. Pitch is high and away on pitch number 12. This might be one of the longest at-bats of the season. 3-2 pitch, little dribbler up the middle, throw to first, and that is finally 2 away on pitch number 13. But here's me, my dad, and King Griffey Jr. in 1989 And then my dad, grew up in LA and lived in Hawaii and lives in Oregon now with me as well. And so obviously he grew up a Dodger fan in the Sandy Koufax, Don Drysdale era, excuse me. So to be able to meet Sandy Koufax, one of the greatest left-handed pitchers ever, when I'm 10, and then to meet Ken Griffey Jr., when I'm 7, if I didn't meet, those two athletes at that time, I probably wouldn't be here, doing this. Maybe I'm doing something else. I mean, I still have love for the game, but maybe I'm doing video games, as a streamer, probably would have been a streamer of some kind, but, it definitely impacted my life. And to have those two big things happen to me when I was 7 and 10, nobody at my school ever met anybody like that. And as far as I know, I was the only one, at my entire school to meet Griffey and Koufax. So pretty cool, man. Definitely, is a memory that I'll never, ever forget. 1-1 pitch, and we have Emerson bunting foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Cornelio to Emerson. 1-2 pitch, and a little foul tip. Completes the strikeout there, even though Emerson runs to first, and that is out number 3. All right, let's go to the bottom of the 6th and see who's next up for the Nationals. Next up for the Nationals, 0 for 1 in the 8-hole, second baseman Jorbeat Vivas. Batting second, 0 for 1 in the 9-hole, catcher Keibert Ruiz. And batting third, 2 for 2, a single and a home run, left fielder 6'6" phenom James Wood. Trident's up, let's go M's. Yeah, I got the AC set up today in the house, and then I ended up putting aluminum foil outside my window, considering it's going to, be really hot these next 3 days. I've never done it before, but I know it works, and I'm definitely looking forward to the cooler temperatures after this heat wave. Bryce Miller is only at 62 pitches, and we're in the 6th inning. I love it. Trident's up. Let's go M's. We only need 16 subs to get to 24,300. 35 on the dono train, 65 to go. And with 245 in the room, we're at 137 on the like, 63 to go. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. Shout out to our female audience, our new subs, as well as everyone watching in the United States, Canada, Mexico, South America, Asia, and beyond. Appreciate you very, very much. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. Bryce Miller on the mound. Jorbeat Vivas in the box. 26 strikeouts to 4 walks and only 1 run in his last 4 starts. I mean, James Wood with a home run, and that's pretty much it. That shows you how dominant Bryce Miller has been. First pitch from Miller to Vivas. Slider low and at the knees. Big swing and a miss with the check swing, 0-1 count. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning, 8-1 Mariners, and this is the first time the Mariners are on pace to win the game after a rain delay. And maybe the first time to win a game in 3 years after a rain delay. So, feels good. Normally we go, 0-7, 0-8, in a season with rain. And starting off with our first rain delay with a victory, maybe we're bucking the trend. 0-1 pitch, fouled off right down the middle with a slider, 85 miles an hour. No balls and 2 strikes to Vivas. Rupert Jones, 0-2 pitch, and that ends up going into right field to Victor Robles and Vivas with a single. Tank in the building, what's good? Yeah, I mentioned that. If James Wood's going to get his, we're fine. But again, it's just limit the damage to everyone else, and so far we have. So and Wood ended up getting a single. I wasn't surprised. Got a home run, and just kind of a, not ideal, but again, at least it was only a solo jack, and we've scored 8. 2-hour rain delay. We haven't won in a rain delay in like fucking 3 years, and now we are on pace with a 7-run lead to be able to keep the dominance with Bryce Miller on the mound. Hopefully Randy Arozarena and that hamstring are okay. But other than that, everything is looking Tridents up. Next up is Keibert Ruiz. And double play. Got him! Young to Naylor with the line drive, throw back to first. And, Cole Young is the best defensive second baseman in the league. He's going to get a Gold Glove this year. And it's just great to be able to see the talent, out of Cole Young. And hopefully Colt Emerson will be able to get a Gold Glove at one point in his career as well. But Young is by far the best second baseman defensively. And again, offensively, he'll get better and better and better. And if he doesn't make the All-Star team, this year, it's going to be sooner than later. Nice job there by Cole Young with the double play with Josh Naylor. Next up is James Wood. And James Wood looks like a fucking giant out there. He's 6'6", but he looks like he's fucking 7 foot. Like, I don't think I've seen anybody look like him in the box all year. He's just a freakish athlete. One of my favorite players that's not on the Mariners. 1-0 pitch, takes the strike looking high and inside. 1 ball and 1 strike from Miller to Wood. But again, at some point, Gold Gloves to Cole and Colt could easily happen. And again, and they may have to, be hitting closer to 300 or above 300 to get the national recognition, but again, we know how good these guys are. 1-2 pitch, big swing and a miss, and we finally get Wood out. He had a single and a home run, and finally Miller gets the best of him. Good job, Bryce. Great job there by Bryce Miller, and great job by one of my favorite players on the team, Cole Clutch Young. And speaking of Cole Clutch Young, if you make a big defensive play, and if you're one of the first 3 batters up in the next inning, usually good things happen. And guess who's up next? Leading off for the Mariners in the top of the 7th, 1 for 3 with a run, Cole Clutch Young. Love him. Batting second, 0 for 2 with a run and a base on ball, center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. And batting third in the 3-hole, 0 for 3 first baseman, Josh Naylor. And again, if I decide to get a jersey, this would be the jersey that I get next, not necessarily the white one, but I already have a Griffey, a couple of them. I got a Julio, I got a Cal Raleigh, but again, if I were to get a jersey, no doubt it would be Cole Young. Love how he's been bringing his energy, to this team ever since we went into last year, and obviously what we've seen this year as well. And who knows, when I go on the 4th of July, maybe a jersey will be bought. 16 subs to go to 24,300. We're at 35 on the Dono train. 65 to go. 8-1 lead as we go to the 7th inning. And we're at 139 likes. $61 to $200. Let's go, baby. And I love two-way players, and that's probably, why I love Cole Young, Colt Emerson, and Julio Rodriguez as much as I do. Obviously, Cal is Cal Raleigh. We know that he'll get back, to being the player that he is. And obviously, we have a lot of love for Naylor and Robles and Randy, and we love the improvement from Luke Raley and Dominic Canzone this year, as well as Hancock and Miller. We got an amazing squad. It's kind of hard to really pick your favorite players when you have a lot of guys that are really fun to watch and really easy to root for. But after this, series, we have Monday off, and then we come back home and we play the Orioles, and we're going to get a little payback and revenge at home at T-Mobile. First pitch to Cole Young, and Schultz is in the game now, Paxton Schultz, and that's 1-0 count. And Young, little blooper, and it falls. Wow. There, I told you, man. You know, again, anytime you end up making a big play, good things happen. Cole Young ends up getting a double play, and then what happens on the pitch number 3 on a 1-1 count on a play that should have been easily an out? What happens? Cole Young ends up getting a hit. Great job. Ice water in the veins. Cole Clutch Young. Next up is Julio Rodriguez. First pitch to Julio Rodriguez is low and away, 1-0 count. Paxton Schultz on the mound, Julio Rodriguez in the box. Top of the 7th inning with Cole Young at first with no outs. Hard hit ball by Julio in left, right to James Wood, and another single by Julio Rodriguez. Let's go. Let's go. Next up is Josh Naylor. Let's go, Nails. First pitch to Naylor, pops it up again. Young is there in center field, and that is 1 away. Young at second, Julio at first. And next up is Victor Robles. Let's go, Victor. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. And Robles with a hard hit ball in left field. James Wood is there, and that is 2 away. A couple singles and a couple pop-ups. Young and Rodriguez with singles. Naylor and Robles with pop-ups. And now we have Luke Raley on deck as Dominic Canzone. And let's see if we can get this game to be in double digits for the Mariners. One swing, it could be 11-1. Or potentially 10-1. Let's go, Luke. On deck is the Italian stallion, Dominic Canzone. Love this team. We have so much depth, you know, even with injuries to Cal Raleigh and others. And a hard hit ball in a deep right field and stays in play. And that is out number 3. We leave 2 stranded. And let's go to the bottom of the 7th inning and see who's up next here for the Nationals. Go grab some water here real quick. All right, let's go to the bottom of the 7th inning and see who's up next here for the Nationals. Next up, 0 for 2 first baseman Luis Garcia. Batting second in the 3-hole, 0 for 2 third baseman Curtis Mead. And batting third, 0 for 2 with a K, shortstop C.J. Abrams. Trident's up. Let's go, Ems. 2-hour rain delay, no problem. First time that we played good in a rain delay in like 3 years. But better late than never. Gained another sub since the last commercial break. Appreciate you. 15 subs to go to 24,300. We're at 35 on the dono train, 65 to go. And let's see where we're at on the likes. Shout out to our female audience, as well as everyone watching in the United States, Canada, Mexico, South America, Asia, and beyond. And we're at 141 likes. 59 to go. Masterboni now is in left field. Patrick Wisdom in at third for Masterboni. A couple defensive changes here for the Mariners. First pitch into Garcia for a strike there from Bryce Miller. 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, little dribbler towards first and going back to behind the plate and foul. No balls and 2 strikes to Luis Garcia Jr. Bryce Miller pitching a gem again. Last 4 starts, he has been phenomenal. Best pitcher on the Mariners lately. All right, Julio is out of the game. Robles in center, Raley in right. (3-1) Team USA. Okay, I was just about to say, can someone give me an update? You read my mind. 0-2 pitch, a little dribbler towards first. Fair ball, toe tap on the bag. Nice flip back to Bryce Miller. Great teamwork there by Josh Naylor and Bryce Miller, and that is 1 away. Wow, 3 out of the top 9 in innings played are on the Mariners. Let's go. Next up in the 3-hole, third baseman Curtis Mead. (8-1) Mariners. Let's go. First pitch from Miller to Mead. Takes a strike right down the middle. 0-1 count. (0-1 pitch, fouled off, out of play. Four-seam fastball, 96 miles an hour going into right field. No balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and 1 out. Bottom of the 7th inning, 8-1 Mariners. Love that. (0-2 pitch for Miller, low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Miller to Mead. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. Five yellows for Paraguay, huh? They're getting desperate. Bottom of the 7th, 8-1 Mariners. (1-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Let's go. Another punch out there from Bryce Miller. It's Miller time, and that is 2 away. 6 Ks there for Bryce Miller. 6.2 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, 6 Ks, 78 pitches, 56 strikes, ERA of 1.34. I mean, they should have never piggybacked Castillo with Miller, and thankfully they, made that swap. 6-man rotation isn't necessarily ideal, but first pitch to Abrams fouls it off, high and away, 0-1 count. But it wouldn't hurt my feelings either way if they decided to put Castillo solely in the pen. I mean, we have a lot of injuries to Criswell and Brash. We could definitely use another body there besides Bizzardo and Spire and obviously Jose Ferrer. And then we have Hoppy and obviously Nick Davila, who's been pretty good for us. All up Kate Anderson, baby. 0-1 pitch, fouled off, low and at the knees with the slider. 0-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. high and inside, and that is out number 3. Wow. Unbelievable there by Bryce Miller. You are killing it. 7 Ks for Bryce Miller, 7 innings pitched, no walks, 81 pitches, 59 strikes. Hell, at this point, Bryce could pitch the whole game. Bryce has got a 3-hitter right now. Let's go. End of the 7th inning, 8-1 Mariners. Trident's up. Let's see who's up next here for the M's. Next up, 1 for 3 with a run, 2 RBIs with a triple today. The Italian Stallion in the 6 hole, Dominic Canzone. Batting second, 1 for 2 with an RBI. Third baseman, Miles Mastrobuoni, who's played well since we called him up off the 60-day injured list. And batting third, 1 for 3 with a run and a K. Another guy that's been playing well, Johnny Batflip Pareda. Right ends up. Let's go M's. Gained another sub since the last commercial break. Appreciate you. 14 subs to go now. Do 24,300. We're at 35 on the Dono train. 65 to go. And with 234 in the room, we're at 146. We need 54 more likes and we're at 200. Milla the Killer. Shout out to our female audience like Rebecca, as well as everyone watching in the United States, Canada, Mexico, South America, Asia, and beyond. Yeah, terrible disaster out there. Prayers up to all the families that ended up losing individuals in that horrible accident. Gained another sub since the last commercial break. Appreciate you. 13 subs to go. Now do 24,300. First pitch to Canzone. Back. Gone! Are you kidding me? Dominic Canzone on the first pitch. He says, goodbye, baseball. And just like that, 9-1 Mariners. Change up right down the middle. See you later. Goodbye, baseball. 9-1 Mariners. Unfucking believable. Let's go. Dom with a triple and a home run. Are you kidding me? 9-1 Mariners. Woo! Let's go, baby. I mean, we got a heat wave coming here in the next 3 days in Oregon and Washington. Apparently, the Mariners got the memo in D.C. They're on a heat wave themselves. Next up is Miles Mastrobuoni. First pitch with a strike, looking with a cutter, 89 miles an hour, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, fouled off into left field, out of play. No balls and 2 strikes to Miles Mastrobuoni. And Dom has been one of the hottest hitters in the last 3 weeks in baseball. Let's go. Unbelievable. Team USA wins 4-1. Let's go. Pulisic didn't end up getting a goal, did he? 0-2 pitch, low and away. 4-seam fastball, 88 miles an hour. From Schultz to Mastrobuoni. 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody on and no outs. Top of the 8th, 9-1 Mariners. And again, we've been on the opposite end. You know, against the Orioles a few days ago, a similar score kind of like this, and it always feels good when you can get a little bit of redemption. And, you know, obviously we haven't been good in rain delays in 3 years, and this might have been one of our first wins in years on a rain delay. And, again, we do play the Orioles when we come back to T-Mobile to get a little bit of payback on the O's. Next up is Johnny Batflip Pareda. Got an ABS challenge here by Keibert Ruiz. Nationals winning the challenge there by Ruiz, the catcher. Ball turns into a strike, 0-1 count. Schultz on the mound, Johnny Flip Pareda in the box. 0-1 pitch, low and away, 1 ball and 1 strike to Johnny Pareda. Try to ends up. Let's go, M's. 1-1 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. Slider 84 miles an hour. 2 balls and 1 strike from Schultz to Pareda. Try to ends up. Let's go, M's, baby. 2-1 pitch. Low and away. Gets the corner with the strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Johnny Pareda. Really, the only downside to today is Randy Arozarena with a hamstring injury, but hopefully it's not long-term. Obviously, we're still waiting on Brandon Donovan to come back, but J.P. Crawford and Cal Raleigh could be back within a week, so that's obviously great. 2-2 pitch, high and away. Count now is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Johnny Pareda. Team USA scoring the most goals that they ever have in the World Cup. I like that. I like that, baby. Down goes Paraguay, 4-1. Team USA, baby. Pitch fouled off, high and away. 4-seam fastball, 93 miles an hour there by Schultz. Count is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Johnny Batflip Pareda. Let's go, Johnny. 3-2 pitch. Hard hit ball. Throw to first. And that is 2 away. Paxton Schultz on the mound. And Johnny Pareda grounding out to second. And that is 2 away. Next up is Colt Emerson. Let's go, Colt. On deck is Cole Clutch Young. Would love to be able to get a Young and Emerson jersey at some point, you know. First pitch from Schultz to Emerson, low and away with the changeup, 86 miles an hour. Takes that strike looking, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, high and away. Cutter missing there by Schultz. 1 ball and 1 strike to Colt Emerson. Need that Soto mojo, and we got it, baby. One pitch. Line drive to center. Young is there, and that is out number 3. All right, let's go to the bottom of the 8th and see who's up next here for the Nationals. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. Next up for the Nats, 0 for 2, right fielder Dylan Cruz. Batting second, 0 for 2 with a K, DHing Dalen Lyle. And batting third, 0 for 2 with 2 Ks, center fielder Jacob Young. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. Bryce Miller could literally pitch this whole game. 7 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, 7 Ks, 81 pitches, 59 strikes with a 1.32 ERA. Let's go. Bryce about to go 3-0 on the season. Amazing. And having an under 2 ERA. Phenomenal. It's Miller time, baby. Let's go. First pitch from Miller to Cruz. High and inside, 1-0 count. One-zero pitch. High and away. 2 balls and no strikes from Miller to Cruz. And we haven't had really the Nats put us in a position where we felt like, we were in a jam. I mean, he gave up 1 home run to James Wood, who's a 6'6" phenom. And other than that, that's it. So, and again, he's been just incredible. 2-0 pitch ends up being another ball. High and inside with a sinker. 3 balls and no strikes from Miller to Cruz. Hard hit ball. Back, and gone. And Dylan Cruz ends up getting a home run on Bryce Miller here at the end of the game. Boo. But at least it was just a solo dinger. Nice job there by Cruz with the home run. 9-2 Mariners. Next up is Dalen Lyle. Feel like the Mariners announcers kind of jinxed him there. First pitch from Miller to Lyle. Fouls that one off. 0-1 count. But again, we wanted him to give up, 2 runs or less. And obviously, not ideal, to give up 2 home runs. But again, it could be much worse. They're 2 solo dingers. So we're up 9-2. And remember, we had a 2-hour rain delay. And, in the last couple of years, we're like 0-16 in rain delays in the last 2 years. So to finally get a victory with a rain delay, we'll take it. O2 pitch from Miller to Lyle. And shallow right. Rayleigh is there, and that is 1 away. Next up, in the 7-hole, center fielder Jacob Young. Let's go, Bryce. Finish strong. First pitch is high and inside with a sinker from Miller to Young. 1-0 count. 95-mile-an-hour sinker there by Bryce Miller. Bottom of the 8th, 9-2 Mariners. Let's go. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. 1-0 pitch. Little dribbler up the middle. Emerson is there. Throw to first to Naylor, and that is 2 away. Great job there by Colt Emerson, another great defender like Cole Young. Next up for the Nationals in the 8-hole, Jorbit Bibas, who is 1 for 2. First pitch from Miller to Bibas. And a hard hit ball towards first. Naylor got it. Run and toe tap on the bag as Bibas went with a slide. And Naylor got out of the way. We don't need another injury. And that is out number 3. There we go. Career high for Bryce Miller on innings pitched. And that is the end of the 8th inning. What's the pitch count for Miller? He's at 91, so he'll be done. And then we just picked up another AAA pitcher, and I believe Rucker will be coming in. What a great day. All right, let's see if we can end up getting another run to get to double digits here. Next up for the Mariners, 2 for 4 with a run, Cole Clutch Young. Filling in for Julio Rodriguez will be Patrick Wisdom, and batting third, 0 for 4, Josh Naylor. See if we can get the Wisdom photo here fast enough. All right, so we got the Patrick Wisdom coming in. And then Josh Naylor batting third. And Varland is coming in for the Nationals. Gus Varland. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. All right, new pitcher here for the Nationals in the 9th inning. Gus Varland. And again, we have Cole Young leading off. Patrick Wisdom getting a chance to get an at-bat. Trident's up. And Josh Naylor. We'll see if Naylor can get his first hit of the game. Rick Riz is loving it. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. Let's finish strong. First pitch into Cole Young with a slider, 0-1 count. Oh, 1 pitch, fouls that one off, right down the middle, four-seam fastball. 95 miles an hour there by Gus Varland. No balls and 2 strikes from Varland to Young. Come on, Cole. See if Cole can get his third hit. 2 for 4 day today. 0-2 pitch, popped up and out of play. Slider 87 miles an hour. No balls and 2 strikes from Varland to Young. Come on, Cole. Last 14 games for Cole Young, he has been on a heater. 0-2 pitch, and Young pops up. Deep right field. And 1 away. Cruz makes the play. 1 up and 1 down. Next up is Patrick Wisdom. On deck is Josh Naylor. On the mound, Gus Varland. 9-2 Mariners. First pitch, Varland to Wisdom, takes a strike looking high and inside, four-seam fastball, 94 miles an hour, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, and a ball in there to Pat. High and inside, 1 ball and 1 strike from Varland to Wisdom. 1-1 pitch, fouled off right down the middle. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Gus Varland to Patrick Wisdom. See if we can get 1 more run before this game is over. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. 1-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. It's a very slight check swing. Not really the biggest one, but we'll take it. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Varland to Wisdom. Two-two pitch. Big swing and a miss. Down goes Wisdom swinging. And that is 2 away. Next up is Josh Naylor, who's 0 for 4. A lot of pop-ups today. Let's see if Naylor can get his first hit of the game. Oh, baby, Naylor. Hard hit ball. Deep right field. Back. Gone! Triple deck. Let's go. And Josh Naylor says, you know what? Hey, Orion and Northwest Sports Fanatics want 10 runs. Guess what? We're going to get 10. And a kid and his dad, Mariner fans, got the ball. Wow. Unbelievable. 0 for 4 for Josh Naylor. No more. 1 for 5 and a solo dinger. 10-2 Mariners. Let's fucking go. Tridents up. Let's go M's. Woo! Had a good feeling about Naylor there. Let's go. Get that run back. Mike said, hey, we want it. We get it. 10-2 Mariners. First pitch to Victor Robles. Takes a strike looking. 0-1 count. Oh, 0-1 pitch, fouled off, low and away. No balls and 2 strikes from Varland to Robles, and a bunch of Mariner fans are out there in the outfield and got that Naylor ball. How sweet is that? He's got a Julio jersey on. You got, the whole family there, him and his dad. What a cool memory for them. And now they're on social media posting it and talking with family. How cool is that? Awesome. He is jacked. I love seeing, kids that are, 5 to 13 years old, being able to get a memory like that, a core memory, especially being in DC and being Mariner fans, probably not necessarily from Seattle. Maybe they live there, or maybe they did travel from Seattle. Who knows? But how cool is that? 0-2 pitch, fouled off, high and inside to Victor Robles. 0-2 pitch, popped up, and this should be out number 3 here. And it is. Young makes the play, and that is out number 3. Last opportunity here for the Nationals. They need 8 runs to tie, 9 to win. And we got 10 runs and 11 hits with no errors. And this is our first rain delay win maybe in 3 years, and we'll take it. Let's go. Great job there by Josh Naylor. And again, it's just great to be able to see, guys that are going 0 for 4 and not giving up. And all those pop-ups were for a reason. And he ends up crushing that one and getting a big home run there for us in the top of the 9th to get us to double digits. Way to be, Josh Naylor. All right, let's see who's up next here for the Nationals in their last-ditch effort. Last up for the Nats. In the bottom of the 9th in the 9-hole, 0 for 2 catcher, Keibert Ruiz. Batting second, 2 for 3 with a run, RBI, and a K, a single and a home run, James Wood. And batting third, 0 for 3 in the 2-hole, first baseman, Luis Garcia. We're really looking forward to doing the stats here at the end of the game to see exactly what we ended up getting here today. Tridents up. Let's go Mariners, baby. $13 subs to go to 24,300. We're at 35 on the dono train, 65 to go. And let's see if we can get a few more likes here before the game ends. We got almost 250 in the room. Where are we at on the likes? We are at 153. 47 more. Crazy to think that we're doing this with no Cal Raleigh, right? No Brendan Donovan, no JP Crawford. Randy got injured today, and we're still able to put up 10 runs. And Bryce Miller pitching a gem. Career high 8 innings, tied the longest outing by the Mariners starter this season with George Kirby. And his last 4 starts, 24.2 innings pitched, 7 hits, 2 runs, 29 strikeouts with a 1.54 ERA this season. What a fucking G, Bryce fucking Miller. And now we got Rucker making his MLB debut, obviously here in 2026. Last time he was here in the big leagues was 2023. Michael Rucker. First pitch to Ruiz is a ball, 1-0 count. Used to be a former Cub. And Wisdom is there in shallow left, and that is 1 away. Next up is James Wood. First pitch to Wood is high and away. 1-0 count. I was going to say that one didn't format properly for me. I was hoping to get a nice photo for Rucker, but we'll get one probably at the end here. All right, there we go. 1-1 pitch with the curveball in there for a strike. One ball and 2 strikes to James Wood. And Wood with a little dribbler. Throw to first. And that is 2 away. All right, Michael Rucker there on the mound, making his debut for the Mariners here in the regular season, getting out James Wood. Not very many people can say that. And that is 2 away as he grounds out to third and is out. And last but not least, Luis Garcia Jr. And let's see if Rucker can end up finishing this game for us here. First pitch to Garcia is in there for a strike. Last time that he was able to be in the big leagues there, obviously 2023. Former Cub. 0-1 count. What a great game. 0-1 pitch, little foul tip right in front of the catcher. No balls and 2 strikes from Rucker to Garcia. We are 1 strike away from victory. Let's see if Rucker can get a strikeout here to kind of give us an exclamation point here for this victory. 0-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss, and he got it. Unbelievable. Wow. You ask for it, and you shall receive. Great job there by Michael Rucker. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. And we finally get our first win in a rain delay, it feels like, in 3 years. Wow. Let's go. What a game. Let's go over the stats here, and we have a lot of stats to go over, considering we hit 10 runs today. We got Luis Castillo on the mound tomorrow, and then we have Emerson Hancock on Sunday. Nice job there by Michael Rucker. Great job there by Bryce Miller. And when the Mariners win, what do? We fucking dance. Mariners win. Mariners win. Mariners win. Fuck yeah. Final score, Mariners 10, Nationals 2. We had 2 solo dingers that we gave up, but that was it. 4-hit game total. That's all the Nats were able to do. All right, let's go over the stats here. All right, their best player, James Wood. 2 for 4 with the run, a home run and an RBI. And pretty much, we knew that Wood would get his, home run and a single. But other than that, you don't really want too many others to step up. And we did our job. Luis Garcia Jr., 0 for 4. Curtis Mead, 0 for 3. CJ Abrams, 0 for 3. Dylan Cruz, 1 for 3. And he was the other individual that had the home run. Dalen Lyle, 0 for 3. Jacob Young, 0 for 3. You can see this trend. Jorge Bibas, 1 for 3. And Keibert Ruiz, 0 for 3. And then let's go with the Mariners. All right, Cole Young, 2 for 5 with a run. Great job. Julio Rodriguez, 1 for 3 in a run. Josh Naylor going 1 for 5 with a home run late. Great job. After going 0 for 4 with a bunch of pop-ups. Getting us to our 10th run of the game. Victor Robles, 0 for 2. Luke Raley, 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs and a run. Dominic Canzone with a triple and a home run. 3 RBI day for him. And a home run, 2 for 4. Nice job by Dom, one of the hottest hitters in baseball. Miles Mastroboni, 1 for 3 with an RBI, who's done a great job since coming in for Ryan Bliss. Johnny Batflip Pareda, 1 for 4 with a run. And Colt Emerson, 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs and a home run as well. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. Final score, Mariners 10, Washington Nationals 2. And then Bryce Miller, 8 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, no walks, 7 Ks, 91 pitches, 65 strikes with a 1.54 ERA. Are you fucking kidding me? And then obviously Michael Rucker coming in there, getting the last K. And again, ERA of 0, making his debut here with the Seattle Mariners in 2026. What a day, huh? You know, and again, everyone stay cool. We got a heat wave starting tomorrow morning for the next 3 days. And again, I'll have to wake up early to go on a few of those walks with the pup. We will be live tomorrow. Let's see. And tomorrow's game will be at 1:05 Pacific. And then on Sunday, I believe it'll be at 10:30. It'll be on early in the morning. So, again, plan your schedules accordingly. I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys very much. Shout out to Angry. Let's go M's. Shout out to Jolly. Loving Team USA's effort. Shout out to Arcelis. Go Spurs go. And Goosh with the first dono to the channel. Been a fan since the Ichiro days with a $20 holla. So, fantastic day. 2-hour rain delay, no problem. It's the first time that we feel that we've won a game, you know, on a rain delay in like 2 or 3 years, but we finally got it done. Final score, Mariners 10, Nationals 2, and we will be live tomorrow at 1 o'clock Pacific. You know, and again, hopefully we'll be able to get the job done with Luis Castillo tomorrow. And then on Sunday morning, we have Emerson Hancock. So if Castillo pitches well and we can get some good run support, we might have a chance to win 2 out of 3 or maybe even a sweep. Final score, Mariners 10, Nationals 2. And I got one question for you. Who you know talk sports like us? Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics. Tridents up and go Mariners.